Hey y'all, I'm back with another layout for my little scrapbook store, and I'm using Cocoa Vanilla Storyteller. Now, I forgot to hit my record button while I was doing this little bit of stenciling, but I used this stencil from, I think it's from Picket Fence Studio. I'll leave a link below, and made my own little diagonal stripes. Now I did scrap lift a layout I saw on Instagram. I can't find the layout now to tell you who the original artist was, and I am so sorry, but I did use their layout as inspiration. I'm going to use that wood grain background paper, and then I cut down the white cardstock to about 9, I think it was 10 by 10, a square. And I just kind of angled it a little bit on that background wood grain paper. Now I'm going to add some of this heart paper to the right hand side. This is going to be a really simple layout. So essentially, I'm only using 3 pieces of pattern paper. The wood grain in the background, that little scrap of the heart paper, and then I used this kind of minty sage green colored paper, tone on tone, to back my photo. I have this beautiful photo of my husband and his mother, and we were celebrating over the summer she's going to be 94, and we had a really fun family reunion, and I just absolutely love this photo. So this collection I felt was perfect for the photo with the colors. So you can see her cute little rosy cheeks, and I love that. And I am going to just simply embellish with 3 clusters. Everything I'm using, aside from the title, is from Cocoa Vanilla. I'm going to do a floral cluster in the bottom left, where I'm going to use a chipboard piece and I think a camera, and then a little tab that says "Love This." And that's going to be my cluster in the bottom left. Like, went so quickly, you guys. I can't even believe it. This layout, or the collection, is so beautiful. I will leave a link below for my little scrapbook store, and I'll leave a link for the collection so you can go and take a look at it. It's just beautiful I'm doing all of my family reunion photos with this collection. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to add another cluster to the top right, and then I'll do one more to the very right, and you'll see that in a second. What I like to do in each of my clusters is have just something flat and something raised with a little dimension. And that could either be with chipboard or even using ephemera or a sticker and popping them up on pop dots. It just gives a little bit of visual interest to have not everything be flat, and I love how that looks. Now, my title I pulled from a Vicki Boutin sticker sheet, one of her puffy sticker word stickers, and I'm going to use beautiful and then the word you. So the title is going to be Beautiful You. I love to mix up fonts for my titles, and I really liked how this looked with this layout. And the red color in Beautiful matched perfectly with the reds in this collection, which is amazing because reds are so hard to match up most of the time. This is where I started to screw up, you guys. I put this embellishment cluster way up to the top, and it's not supposed to be there. It is supposed to be down next to the title. And when I finish the whole layout, I realize it, and I end up going back and using some undo and releasing that embellishment cluster and moving it down where it's supposed to be. So you can see it looks so off balanced having it way up there in the corner. I don't know what I was thinking when I put it down, but luckily, I was at a retreat, a scrapbooking retreat, and someone had to undo with them. So luckily I was able to use some of that and correct this. My final cluster is going to be just coming out from that white cardstock, and it's just going to be another simple floral cluster using the ephemera, and I'm going to use some of the sprigs, that red flower, and then I'm going to pop up another piece of ephemera, which is the pink flower, on pop dots. And then that upper cluster, my kind of raised piece is the pink butterfly. So in each cluster, I'm going to have something flat, something with dimension. I'm going to have in the end a heart in each cluster and some little like enamel dot sprigs or splatters. And I love it. I love how it turned out. I just think it's very crisp and beautiful, and it matches so wonderfully with the photo. I am going to also come back with some white like splatters, and my absolute favorite spray to use for white splatters is the Dina Wakley Media, or it's Dina Wakley Media Gloss Spray. It's very opaque, and as you will be able to see later on, it does show up beautifully on the wood grain cardstock. So I'm just playing around adding getting my pop dots off there so I can pop up that flower. But I want to tell you about my little scrapbook store. If you are not already following them on Facebook or Instagram, please do so. I will leave links below. We have a wonderful Facebook group with lots of inspiration, live videos, demonstrations, and it's so much fun. It's such a loving community, and I think you will be inspired. So check it out. I'll always also leave a link to the store below. And if you are a new customer to my little scrapbook store, you can use my code, which is TISAREF and TISAREF, and save 10% on your entire order. So I'll leave those codes below. Make sure you use those, take advantage. Cocoa Vanilla, if you're not familiar, is from Australia, and Michelle was one of the first stores, my little scrapbook store was one of the first stores to ever carry Cocoa Vanilla, and she's been carrying it for years and years. So you can always find those products there. Here I'm trying to lift up and get that off, but I can feel it's going to tear the paper. So this is when I go and get some undo and get that cluster moved down here shortly. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know it's a little bit short and sweet, but it was a super easy layout. So basically your triangle with 3 clusters, and I just love the use of the stencil too. So the layout that I looked at, or that I saw on Instagram, they actually used pattern paper that had a diagonal stripe, but I didn't have a pattern paper with a diagonal stripe, so I made my own. And just don't forget about that. You can make your own background paper by using your stencils. It is so much fun. I believe I used Blueprint Sketch for my, or no, it might have been, it was either Blueprint Sketch or Prize Ribbon for the blue, and it matches perfectly with the collection. So this is going to be my final layout once I get all the little bits and pieces with the hearts, and then I will splatter with that Dina Wakley spray. I hope you guys enjoyed this process. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below. I'm happy to answer them, and I'd love to hear from you guys. So if you're not a subscriber, I would absolutely love for you to subscribe. I have a goal of reaching 2,000 subscribers. I'm like 200 and something away from that. So if you're not subscribed, I would absolutely love for you to do so. I'm trying to get better about getting more content up for you all, but my goal is to have at least one video a week moving forward in the new year. And it's been a little tough lately because I am an emotional scrapper, so I have a hard time scrapping on demand. I kind of scrapbook when I feel like it, and gosh, lately I've really struggled in that area. So I'm trying to change that for the new year and bring you guys some more content. And yeah, I appreciate you stopping by. So check the links out below, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Thanks, y'all. Bye-bye.